Hey budget fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Today we are cash stuffing our Monday binders. We have $678 to stuff today. If you're new around here, welcome. My name is Jordan. We love doing cash stuffing and cash budgeting on this channel. On Mondays, I like to stuff these three binders. This is our weekly binder, our monthly binder, meaning mostly our bills, and then we have a new business binder. On Fridays, we cash stuff all of our sinking funds, savings challenges, and long-term goals. We do like to talk about a bunch of other things. I am a single mom of two little boys. I homeschool, I run Etsy and YouTube full-time, so there's kind of a lot happening on this channel. If any of this sounds relatable or interesting to you, we would love to have you as a part of our budget fam here. Before we chat too much more, let's go ahead and count this cash. Make sure we have the $678 that we think we have. 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, 400, 50, 70, 90, 510, 530, 50, 70, 90, 610, 630, 640, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, $678 to cash stuff today. On Mondays, I shook the camera. On Mondays, I do tend to have a little bit more money because we are stuffing our bills. And then on Fridays, we have a little bit less. How are you guys doing on this beautiful Monday? I must confess that I am filming this on Sunday night, so it's not Monday for me yet, but I know it's going to be a great day. Tomorrow is our first homeschooling day for this school year, so my boys are now in kindergarten and second grade. Tomorrow is my homeschooling day, so homeschooling looks a lot like whatever you want it to look like. That is the beautiful thing about homeschooling. But if you have not heard me say this little spiel yet, I do have my kids and I homeschool them on 2 days, and during the 2 days that I have them, they also have co-ops and things to go to. So we stay really busy on my 2 homeschool days, and then my mom homeschools them twice a week, and then I have a tutor that I pay for to come tutor them once a week. So we have a really busy homeschool schedule. I think it's a lot of fun. I love that all of us are kind of pouring into the kids. So it keeps all of us interested too, because nobody has that full task of homeschooling the boys every day. We're breaking it all up. Also, before we cash stuff, let's just chat about this really quick. Does this print look familiar? So I did launch tonight on Sunday night, so this is live now. I launched the newest sticker kit. We're calling this the fall kit. It's kit 105. If you have not visited my shop and seen my sticker kits yet, this sheet is $4. I squeezed as much as I could into this kit, so it should be everything that you need to do a budget spread in your calendar. If you are somebody though that does need a little bit more and you need a variety, you can pay $1 extra for this add-on, or if you don't need all of that, you just need more bill dues, you can pay $1 extra for the bill due. So you can get this for $4 or get either one of these with it for $5, right? Or you can get all of them for $6 or however you need it. I wanted to go ahead and announce that in this video because I haven't announced this anywhere else. Also, if the print looks familiar, yes, it is the same fall print that I have on my labels and on the trackers. I'm trying to use new designs on some of the sticker kits, but on some of the sticker kits, I'm trying to use some of the old designs that we already have, because if you are like me, sometimes I want all my things to match. So I think it's fun to have a spread that matches trackers, that also matches labels. So let me know what you think about that, and if you're excited about it. Next month spread will be a new print to the shop though, but I still think this is fun. I absolutely love how these colors turned out. I love how it came together, so I wanted to take a second just to announce that. So now that we have, let's get into the cash stuffing. We're gonna start with our weekly binder, starting with groceries. We're gonna put 140 into groceries this week. I've been liking to put 140 to 160 if and when I can. And last week we only did about half this amount, so we really need it this week so that we can get some different meats and things. Eggs is like $5 for 18 eggs right now. What's the price of eggs where you are? Because that is outrageous to me. I think it was like $2.30. It's more than doubled. Mini rant. Okay, let's get away from grocery talk. Gas. We're gonna put $30 into gas. My car needs it, but I do think that 30 should be enough. Now that we are starting our homeschool routine though, I might need to bump this up to 40. We're gonna see this week just how much we drive around and what all we kind of get into. Dining out, we're gonna put $20 here. I'm not sure that we're actually going to use this though, because I'm really trying to get away from fast food and dining out. But because again, it's our first week homeschooling, I don't want to leave us stranded if we end up needing this money. So I'm considering this week our variable spending to be really a lot of buffer money, like just in case. Personal money, we're gonna give me $20 here. I did end up spending $40 last week on a new bathing suit. Luckily they're discounted right now because it's kind of like a weird point in the season to be getting a new bathing suit. But I do take my kids swimming a lot when homeschool is in and happening, because one of the places where we go to different homeschooling events, they have a pool nearby. So I got myself a new bathing suit last week. We're gonna put 20 here in case something pops up, and then let's put $15 into entertainment. Again, I don't really have anything planned. Ooh, let's get rid of this very ugly Ted, no offense. I don't have any entertainment planned because the idea for this week is really just getting into routines and picking up this next season, this next school season, and getting in the routines there. But again, just a little bit of a buffer because we did spend so much and we kind of emptied this binder last week. Miscellaneous, we're gonna put $10. And then last is coffee. We're gonna put $3 here, but I have to admit to you guys, I'm trying to get away from processed sugar. I have not been feeling the greatest and I've been feeling really run down. And I think it's just because I don't eat the best. I honestly literally live off of sugar coffee, which is terrible. So I'm trying to get away from that. If you guys have a favorite sugar-free or a very low sugar coffee like out somewhere, let me know what it is, because I think that might be fun to go and get a coffee and try something. I don't even know if something like that exists, because honestly, I like my coffee to be mostly sugar and creamer and syrup and a little bit of actual coffee. So not sure how I feel about this category. We might end up pulling it if I do take a full step away from coffee. I mean, this might be one of those things though, where it's like you say something and then you do literally nothing about it. But I've just been feeling so bad these last few days. And I don't mean like emotionally bad, I mean physically my body feels run down and I'm not doing anything super crazy. Allowance, we're gonna add $10 here. Y'all know I pay my kids in ones. So let's see, do we have 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, perfect. So we have all of these ones here to go towards my kids' allowance. My oldest son has been doing really good about getting his allowance, doing his chores. Younger son still is not quite caught on, but we will see. But anyway, yeah, health rants. We can have a whole chat about health at some point. But I don't feel like I'm overworking myself. I don't feel like I'm doing anything abnormal to be feeling this exhausted. I think my body is literally just hungry for real food and it's tired of living off of coffees, and I don't blame it. That's not sustainable, right? It's not supposed to be sustainable. So we do have $90 here for teacher or for that tutor. She is starting this week, so we have 90 in here already. We don't have to fill it, but this is something that every single week we're gonna have to fill it, just as we do like groceries and gas and some of these categories. So that is completely stuffed for now. Let's move on to our monthly binder. And just like last week, we're just gonna talk a little bit about business today. We're not actually stuffing this business binder today. Whew, that was a doozy. That brings us to our monthly binder, mostly bills categories. Let's talk through this one. Rent. We're gonna add $250. Rent is kind of the big expense, right? Like, I think that's true for most people that pay their rent. 1, 2, why am I counting it like this? 100, 200, 250. We're adding $250 to rent. So let's see what we're up to. 50, 150, 250, 350, 450, 500. That's a good start. So our rent is $1,400. Honestly, rent has been something that we've been paying with our YouTube check, but we are going to start trying to use our YouTube check for business expenses, and we'll chat about that in just a second. So we're trying to get away though from using YouTube money that comes in on the 21st, get away from using that as rent money, and work on this throughout the month. There's no reason that at this point, or at least right now, things could always change, but there's no reason I shouldn't be paying more towards rent every single week so that we can be prepared for that. Electric, we're gonna add 50. My electric tends to be, what is it, about 140 to 150. So we have electric, we have 50, 100, 120. Actually, it might usually be 120. Y'all would think as much as I cash stuff and as much as I chat about bills and stuff that I would know what everything is. But I think moving from the apartment to the house, my brain, just when I'm live on the camera, my brain is like, no, we're not trying to figure this out right now. Pets is going to get $20. This is for a Chewy subscription. I still have not worked out a Chewy subscription for the guinea pigs, but we do have $40 sitting here. Ideally, we will start the subscription though, and we'll know exactly what we're paying for it every single month. Internet, let's go ahead and put $20 into internet. We have 50, 60, 70. Our internet is $85 now. We're very close to that. It looks like a lot of these categories we're gonna be pretty close, and we will mostly need to worry about rent these next couple of weeks. Water, we're gonna go ahead and put 50. My water bill did come, it was $120 again, which is honestly a little bit weird because the water bill for the first month that I got here was $120, and I filled up the entire pool. So I don't know. Why is it still $120? Because I haven't refilled the pool or anything, but whatever. Water, we're gonna add 50. We now have 50, 70, 90, and we will go ahead and stuff 120 just in case it is just as high. Now, if water is 120 during the winter months too, like when we're not using a pool, then I'm definitely gonna know something is up. But for now, 120, it seems fair. We really do play outside and we play with the water a lot. Gym and pool, we're gonna put nothing. Why am I digging this out? We're putting nothing towards gym and pool this week. We're not putting anything towards renter's insurance or gas yet. We are going to put $20 towards automatic. I have been behind the scenes these last few days. Anytime anything pops up that is an automatic purchase, I'm really trying to decide if it is worth it and get rid of some of those things. 9 times out of 10 it is important because like I do this kind of thing pretty frequently. I don't have a lot of automatic purchases coming through, but for example, which is really an automatic business expense, but I had printers, I had instant ink subscriptions on 3 printers, and I'm currently only using 2 printers, so I was able to get rid of one of those as it came up. Of course, I'm gonna have to pay it this month, but next month it won't be a fee that's there. I think it's really good to go through your automatic purchases, watch your bank account, and try to get rid of what you can at least every few months. I'm not gonna say I'm the best at it, but ideally every few months you're really watching things and you're really adding up those automatic purchases and seeing if you can purge any of it and get rid of it. We added 20, we now have $30 towards automatic expenses. And then the last thing we are stuffing today is haircuts. I really need a haircut. My kids really want haircuts. They want like mohawks or something. So we're gonna keep stashing this here for the next few weeks. I think after birthdays, y'all know I have birthday parties on my brain a lot right now, but I think after birthday stress is done, then we will all get haircuts because that's gonna be in the next few weeks. And realistically, like their haircuts is more of a want right now. It's not necessarily a need. It's not that long. So we added 20. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Did I do that right? 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 15, 20, $120 towards haircuts. That is it for today's cash stuffing. That brings us over to chat about our business binder. Okay, so we haven't started the business binder yet, but let's talk about it a little more. Last week we chatted about it. I was focusing on getting all of my income going to the new business account and all of my, like basically just getting all of my accounts right? So we don't have anything to stuff this week though. Of course I am still paying the people that are helping me, but I didn't pull any taxes money or tax prep money. I am definitely still paying automatic purchases, but I'm keeping my eye on those this month. And then materials and things for the shops and then shipping and packing. Like a lot of this realistically I am taking care of. I just want to put it in the binder to get a better idea of what is happening, because it feels a little bit chaotic with it going in and out so quickly of the bank accounts. The only thing I will say that I do think I'm lacking on is I haven't been putting money aside for tax prep help at the end of the year, and I'm not putting enough aside, I don't think, towards taxes. My goal is to start putting $1,000 aside per month for taxes, and I have not been doing that yet. So my YouTube check does come out on the 21st. And I will say we do have a little bit of money that we could have put here this week, but what I'm actually waiting on now is for my placeholder money to launch. I'm going to be launching my own placeholder money. It's going to be something that you guys can purchase as well. It won't be branded Jordan budgets. It will be a fun print that is more generic that all of us can use, and it will be in my shop. So I'm still working on a few design tweaks, and then I'm getting that sent off to the printer. It should be back. If not this coming week, it should be the next week that can launch and I can start using that placeholder. Because if you missed my chat last week, I will not be stuffing physical cash into here. I don't think that's a smart thing to do with a business binder. It's smart to keep it in the business account, but just so we know sort of what I'm doing with my money, where the majority of the business money is going and stuff, and making sure we're mentally setting aside some money for taxes and some of the categories that have been left behind. Like, am I making sense right now? Basically, we're still working on this, but as soon as I'm able to launch those placeholders, we can start putting the placeholders in here and chatting about each category a little bit more, and you and I together can make sure I'm stuffing money where it needs to go. This is a binder that I'm very excited to do, though I must admit I see very little guidance on YouTube on these kinds of things. If you have somebody that you watch that does a business binder, or even if they don't do a binder, if they do their business budget on a weekly or monthly basis and they share it to YouTube, let me know. I would love to see how they're doing it. I would love to follow a channel like that, but I will say it's a little bit daunting to figure out not only how I'm doing it, but then how I'm going to share it to where it's transparent, but everyone is understanding that like I'm a noob and I'm trying to get it together. So this will be happening. If we aren't stuffing placeholders next week, it will be the next week, but we will still, of course, chat about it and talk about kind of where I'm at in the process. You guys know this is new for me. It's gonna be a little bit jumbled at first, but I am excited to get going. I had a meme that I saw one time, and it was like, it really offends me that you have to do something and be bad at it before you'll be good at it. And as a perfectionist kind of personality, I feel that so much. Like, but I do want to share this journey with you guys. I know it's not going to be perfect. I know it is a little bit jumbled in my brain and in my presentation because it's all new to me, but I do know the more we chat about it, the more we talk about it, the more we do it, in a few months it's going to be like second nature. And I feel like my transparency might actually be helpful more than just random rants on the business side. So that is it for today's cash stuffing. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.